Today we're doing a reading on Abel Tesfaye. The new show, The Idol, is coming out soon or has already come out. I don't really know. Maybe I got the dates mixed up. Who cares? But some of you did comment asking for a reading on Abel, the Weekend, Selena Gomez, as well as Lily Rose Depp. So we're just gonna see, okay? Now, I mostly want to focus on Selena and The Weekend. I don't really know anything about the history. Sorry. So, okay. Let me just focus on Abel's energy, Selena's energy, the energy between the two of them. So the Hanged Man in reverse is about not letting go. Sometimes that's also about grudges or just things you haven't gotten over completely. So I do think that there is a bit of Abel that still thinks back to that relationship with Selena. We're gonna have to draw a few more cards to find out what exactly about. Um, but the Three of Wands is in reverse here. I know a little bit, but like I don't know the full story. Was there something about cheating around that time? Is like, am I getting it right that like he cheated on Bella Hadid to be with Selena or something? Not sure. Comment below. But the Three of Wands in reverse is here, so that is about the third party situation. The Two of Pentacles in reverse. I just heard it's unfair. It was unfair. The King of Wands is about misguided aggression. That's interesting because it seems like, or was it Justin and Selena? I don't know. I feel like I read something about this. It's pretty messy in my head now, but there's definitely something about a third party situation. Two of Pentacles, um, feeling like something is unfair. It felt like I tried to give my effort towards you. Abel feels this way. I felt like I tried to give my effort towards you, and I don't feel like that was reciprocated. King of Wands in reverse. There is this feeling of like frustration with Selena, but I understand that with Abel, there's a bit more maturity now, and in a sense of like, I feel like I have to take part in some of the blame here. My cat is meowing, so if you can hear her, she's up there. But yeah, so essentially, I'm getting this feeling with him that there is a part of Abel that feels like I'm the one that was to blame about this scenario, like I'm the one that fucked up. Okay, but Selena's energy is the Queen of Wands, so that's just her being in her queen shit. She's like very much in her, like, I feel really attractive right now, like I'm feeling very beautiful, I'm feeling very confident. I've been working on my confidence, working on my self-love. I've just been working on myself. So that seems to be her energy. The Four of Swords in reverse here is a rejection, but it's also like someone whose wounds haven't healed yet. Like I said, they still feel very hurt about this connection. This is one of those things that they maybe didn't really get to have closure about. So it's still something that's going to be bothering them in the long run. So, okay, all right. His feelings towards Selena, we have the Seven of Pentacles, that's comfort. The Emperor, I feel like he's okay with how things happened. There is a part of him that's kind of realizing it's okay, like that maybe she wasn't really the one for me. So he is coming through with a sense of it's all good. I'm not going to try and make anything work. I'm not really trying to get back together with this person. I'm not really trying to do anything. I'm content with where I am right now. Especially because I don't know if I'm correct or wrong, but I think he's rumored to be dating someone, like a DJ or something. I literally did like a 2-minute Google search because I was trying to make sure like I was going to do a reading on the right people. um, but basically, yeah, I just see like Abel's energy as like not caring, to be honest. Like, I feel like he cares in a sense that there's some form of closure he wishes he could have had. But other than that, it's like, like it's the past. I'm going to try to just move forward. I'm okay where I am. Honestly, there's a bit of cockiness coming through from him as well. It's this feeling of, I'm at the top of my game right now. I'm really good. So he's doing quite well for himself, or he feels that way. Selena's feelings towards Abel, Two of Swords in reverse, the Queen of Swords in reverse, and then the King of Swords. I definitely, yeah, they're not on the best of terms. This is giving me the feeling of like we both were kind of toxic to each other at some stage. This is definitely a feeling. So I don't know if they're both air signs or, but I don't see that in this scenario. I don't think this is about zodiac sign, more so about their energy with each other, which is like, I don't even want to talk about that. Like the Two of Swords in reverse tells me like, I don't even want to confront this issue. It's in the back of my mind. It's like a door I don't want to go back through. I don't even want to think about it. Don't want to talk about it. you know? Queen of Swords in reverse, I do feel that. Okay, so I think she kind of like, I don't know what was going on in the moment, but I'm hearing like I was in over my head. Like I tried to kind of juggle multiple things at the same time, or I tried to make things work. I was trying to get everything I wanted all at once. So I do feel like she feels like she was a little bit selfish in that regard. But for some reason, I feel like at the same time, she feels like he deserved it. So again, both of them seem to have the same views on each other, which is like, we were like not the best to each other, but we both kind of deserved it. Like we both were not the good to each other. So good riddance. I'm glad it's over. That seems to be their energy. Where do we see this relationship going? Do we see anything, reconnection, communication, or anything? Knight of Swords, Hermit in reverse. No, I don't think so, because the Hermit is here. This is like things are better left alone. I also see the Knight of Swords here. I think that they both feel like the other is a negative influence on their lives. So they're both pinpointing and saying, "Oh, you're not good for me." Even when it's like both of you kind of had some not so good things to do with each other. Again, I'm sorry if I'm getting the story of like how they got back together wrong or something, or like, I'm sorry, I don't know the backstory. Let me know, fill me in. I'm just picking up on what I'm seeing here, which is again, two people that don't seem to be very fond of each other, do not have any form of wanting to reconnect. These are two people, like, I think with Selena, there's this feeling of like, I just want people to, like my exes, I do want them to see me as feeling good, feeling successful. But then at the same time, Abel has that same feeling with the Emperor here. There are some grudges here they haven't healed from, but it's more so from this perspective of, I'm not over that. I wish I could have said better. I wish, I could have like said my piece before we walked away. There's a bit of like, I guess, a vengeful feeling, but not angry. It's more like I should have handled this differently. That's it. I'm not really seeing any emotional connection so far. And with these cards for the future, I don't feel like they think the other. Peachy, please leave. But I don't feel like the other is an option. I think they both feel like, yeah, this is over. This is done. This is over. We're not good for each other. And I don't want someone who's going to disturb my peace. Okay, we're going to do a reading on Abel and Lily Rose Depp, because I know that they're probably not together, whatever. I don't really think there's anything going on. At least I don't really know. I never really did a search or anything, but hey, we'll see if they could be compatible. So this is a new thing I'm trying as well. I've never really done compatibility readings, but we shall see if this works, and maybe I'll offer this if you guys are interested in that as a service. So, okay, let's see with Abel and Lily Rose Depp. Abel on the left, how he appears in relationships, and Lily on the right. The death card in reverse, I definitely feel like she's the one that normally walks away from her relationships. She is usually the one that breaks up with people. That's how I see this. Two of Swords, he's not very good with acting on his words. Abel is the type of guy, how I see him, it's like makes promises. He's a big talker. Is he like an air sign? Like he reminds me of that energy of like, he's talking a lot of stuff, but like, did you really do it? And it's like the kind of thing where it's like, oh yeah, I have very high standards. I leave people who are not up to my standards, but like, do you really? And they don't actually do it, like there's no follow through. So I also feel like he's conflict avoidant. Like that's just how I see him. Okay. All right. Oh, hold on. Let me shuffle more. I don't want to take those. Sorry, Spirit. So what would make them compatible in a relationship? We have the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. I think they both don't care about the money. It wouldn't, when it comes to love, they're both loving people, As much as I see Lily as someone who's like, I don't take shit from anybody. I don't take shit from any man or whatever. I see that they're both not very concerned with things like the Wheel of Fortune. They're not opportunistic when it comes to love. There's still that fine line of like, when it's love, it's love. And so I'm not gonna get business and mix it with pleasure, if I'm explaining that right. So that does seem to be like a good point for them. The King of Pentacles in reverse, yup, and the King of Swords in reverse. I think that, so even though for whatever I've said about Abel earlier, I don't think it's his intention to be like a mean person. I think it was like an unhealed portion of himself. And I think that when it comes to relationships, he does love. Like he does come into it for the purpose of love. Even if he has his like F-boy eras and whatever, his intention is to come into it with love. The King of Swords is also here. Okay, how would this okay. They also have gone through some people in the past that have okay, I'm just seeing it this way. They're more empathetic now because of past experiences. So both of them must have had an ex or been that ex that has been mean to other people when it comes to communicating. So or they've dealt with someone like that. So they now kind of understand, okay, I think I don't want to be mean to someone. I want to be like kinder to them when I talk about them, when I say how they feel. There's more empathy that I'm seeing. What doesn't make them compatible? The Tower card, oop, a bit of volatility. The Hermit card. Okay, so here's what I'm seeing, right? You can see the difference with thought, intention versus action. These are what makes them compatible. They both have high hopes when it comes to love. They have innocent hopes when it comes to love. They definitely want love, you know? They don't want to use someone, they don't want to be used, you know, they just want someone good. But when it comes to like action, when it comes to like what makes them incompatible, the Tower card, I see that as someone who's like, again, when it comes to arguments, it would be explosive. If they did start something like a relationship, it would be explosive. The Hermit card, one of them or both of them would run away. They would be the type to be like, I don't want to talk to you right now. They would ghost each other, that kind of thing. So even though they have intentions of being better and communicating, don't see that happening. The Six of Cups is here. This is bringing up the past again and again, you know? So I don't know, have they dated something like the same people or people in the same circles? There's definitely something about someone in the past that would make it impossible for them to be together. This is like I dated your okay, so for example, if I dated someone that was Abel's friend, for example, right? So I don't think they really care about each other on an emotional level. Seven of Wands. I wonder if there's even a bit of competition. This kind of makes me feel like competition for attention or competition for like maybe who's the name of the show. This just makes me feel like competition of like who wants to be famous or who wants to be more known or who wants to be regarded as a better actor. This feels like a more competitive energy. And if it's not with each other, it's just in general, just very competitive. I don't see that as like them having feelings for each other. Um, I think he's definitely open to a connection, but again, I don't think he knows they wouldn't work out. Abel is like, I don't think it would work out between the two of us. I think we definitely have a bond with each other, but I also feel like I don't know. I don't think it would work out. Hold on. Vulnerability. I think they definitely shared some vulnerable moments with each other, but they both know this is like a relationship that would not go well. They have seen some characteristics in each other that are like, oh. But I do feel like Abel considers her to be more of an opportunity, rather than Lily feeling the same way. I hope that makes sense. Would it work? If they had a relationship, would it actually work? The Sun, it's possible, but there's something of the past that is going to come back. So it would work, but only if they're willing to forgive each other and let go of the past. That's what I'm seeing. That's what I got for you guys. If this was interesting to you, definitely comment below. Let me know. I know I got some facts wrong, I'm sure. But that's it for this reading. If you'd like to book a more personal and private reading with me, definitely book me at mediumisabella.com. Everything you need is in my description box below, and I'll see you next time. Okay, bye.